One of the teams that's expected to perform much better than they did in 2022 is McLaren, and it seems like the Woking-based squad isn't leaving anything out there on the table. While we've been assured that the performance will remain the same or worse in the next 2 years, the design of the MCL60 demonstrates that the team definitely has a plan for 2023 and 2024. Furthermore, they're ready to take matters further and partner up with one of the most controversial engine manufacturers recently, with the team being in a desperate position to provide Norris and Piastri with a championship-winning car. Throughout the 2022 season, we've been assured that McLaren had one of the most troublesome cars in terms of upgrades and performance, with the first couple of races being a total wreck due to brake overheating issues. However, when the car revealed its true form, it was evident that it's a huge downgrade compared to the 2020 and 2021 season, ones in which Norris and Sainz won the P3 spot in the Constructors' Championship and ones in which Norris won his first pole position in Russia. Furthermore, the MCL36 was even good enough to win a race in a dominant manner last season in Monza, with Ricciardo and Norris picking up the 1-2 finish. Nonetheless, everything went south for the team from that point on, and right now we are very disappointed to see McLaren at the performing level that they are currently located in. Still, a couple of factors show that they don't plan on remaining in this position for too long, with the team already turning heads with the design of the MCL60, which is the name for the 2023 Challenger, in the pre-season testing in Bahrain. McLaren has revealed their car to the public on February 13th, and 2 days prior to the official test in Bahrain, the car was taken out for a spin by Norris, with the team posting a video of the young superstar driving the car with the caption, "Time to unleash the power," followed by an extensive video later that day. But many people were truly surprised and even shocked to a certain extent when they witnessed the design of the MCL60 up close. One couldn't help but notice that the design of the side pods and the front wings is one that we've seen before, mostly because it was at the front at the majority of the races. That is correct, the MCL60 has an almost identical side pod design as Red Bull. And with them following up on an idea that was initially tried out by Aston Martin last year at Barcelona, the question of whether they can make it work by copying one of the most dominant cars to ever hit the sport remains open. The top 3 teams in Formula 1 have shown that the design of the side pods has undergone some evolution compared to 2022, but unlike them, other teams have gone with a completely different approach. Sure, there's nothing new about the double-floor side pod design, but McLaren's 2023 car will try it out for the upcoming season, with this design actually sweeping towards the rear of the car and allowing a better aerodynamic profile of the upper part of the car. When you see a picture of the MCL60 and the RB18, you cannot help but notice the similarity, and apart from the side pod design, the Woking-based squad has opted for a front-wing design that is very similar to the RB18. The exception could be found in the lower corners of the end plates, which have a bit thinner mounting point compared to the RB18. A lot of similarities can be found in the curvature of the wing elements, as well as the mounting point at the end of the nose cone. Now, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but the last time that someone tried to copy the exterior design of Red Bull, it resulted in the entire team being branded as copycats. It didn't help that Aston Martin's performance in Barcelona was quite miserable, with both cars exiting in Q1 and not even making it into the points. However, it is possible that the British team did not have enough data and resources to implement a brand new philosophy on their car, thus the poor results. While the FIA's investigation has shown that the team already had a Plan B car in their garage similar to the one of Red Bull's 2022 Challenger, we leave the benefit of the doubt to the viewers of this video because at the end of the day, it's Aston Martin that we're talking about, and we know their history of copying other teams' designs. McLaren has never been known for copying other teams' designs, but on the other hand, the team is in a desperate position now that they've found themselves lacking in pace and performance compared to the rest of the grid. From a team that was supposed to fight with Red Bull and Mercedes in 2021, they lost a battle to Alpine and Ferrari in addition, and now they have a frustrated superstar that could very well end the relationship with them if they don't do something magical and return to winning tracks in 2025. While the design itself is supposed to boost the team in the right direction, with us still being left in the dark when it comes to the actual performance of the Mercedes engine behind Norris and Piastri's backs, the Woking-based squad is ready for a drastic move, which is to collaborate with Red Bull powertrains. Official reports say that Zak Brown has visited Red Bull's factory in Milton Keynes in order to work on a collaboration once Red Bull enters the 2026 season with their own powertrain. And by then, McLaren will either remain with Mercedes or try out 1 or 2 seasons with Honda's engines. But given the recent history of McLaren and Honda, it's very unlikely that they would go into the same toxic relationship all over again. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and a potential deal between Red Bull and McLaren is well on its way. McLaren would be more than willing to commit to this partnership because while Red Bull Powertrains is officially entering the 2026 season as a rookie engine supplier, they are anything but. Currently, Red Bull has a partnership with Honda that allows the Japanese manufacturer to lend its intellectual property to Red Bull Powertrains, with this deal officially ending along with the 2025 season. So, while Red Bull will enter 2026 for the first time without Honda at their backs, they have more than enough knowledge in terms of engine performance and production. It is a surprising turn of events, given that Zak Brown and Christian Horner aren't exactly best friends after the FIA revealed the budget cap breach, with Brown being one of the most outspoken critics of the situation. When asked about this matter, Brown said that there is a lot of time that the team has in front of them to decide who would supply them with an engine from 2026 and beyond, leaving us yet again in the dark. Apart from that, we are very eager to see what will happen with McLaren and their performance in 2023 and beyond. Sure, they aren't expected to deliver top-notch performance due to the engine deficit compared to Alpine, which is now poised to fight for podium finishes more often compared to the previous season. But McLaren is a team that we should never write off. They've made a bold move with the design of the MCL60, and if there's one thing that we've learned during the first pre-test in Bahrain, is that McLaren is not to be messed with in the long term. The team has a solid duo in Norris and Piastri, and while the experts believe that Norris's frustrations have grown to the point of him leaving the team in 2025 if they aren't competing for wins this season, the young Brit has expressed his loyalty to McLaren and is keen on making it work with the Woking-based squad. But even he knows that his loyalty and determination have their own price, and there is only so much that he can do from his side. That is why the following concept of the MCL60 is a very important step in the right direction. And even though the new team principal, Andrea Stella, has downplayed the chances of the team actually improving in 2023 and 2024, the future is definitely bright for the Papaya Nation. The team is now playing the long game, and with the new wind tunnel facilities that the cars are going to harvest the fruits of in 2024 and beyond, the sky is the limit for the potential of the youngest duo on the grid. With that being said, what do you think about the controversial design of the MCL60 and the partnership between McLaren and Red Bull Powertrains? Let us know in the comments below.